السلام عليكم ورحمة الله طلاب الأعزاء. This is a question in calculus 1. Curve has a parametric equation x equals cosine t and y equal cosine t plus pi over 4 and t lies between 0 and pi over 2. Find an equation of the tangent to the curve at the point where t is pi over 4. In general, if you have any curve and you want to find the equation of the tangent to this curve at the point given point a and b, the equation is y minus b is equal to f prime of the point a at x minus a. This is the equation of the tangent to the curve at any point, and the equation of normal, this equation of tangent, and the equation of normal is y minus b at the same point, negative 1 over f prime of a into x minus a. This is the equation of normal or perpendicular line to the tangent, which is this line. Okay, so let's start in this part, but I have here parametric equation, a little bit something different. Let me solve it together. Okay, let me start. First of all, I'd like to find the point where t is y over 4. When t is pi over 4, I have now the x is equal to, where is the x? This is the x, cosine pi over 4, which is radical 2 over 2, and the y is cosine pi over 4 plus pi over 4, which is cosine pi over 2, and as you know, cosine pi over 2 is equal to 0. Okay, so the point I want to find the normal at this is radical 2 over 2 and 0. And after that, I'd like to find the first derivative, find the slope of the tangent at a given point. Do y by the x in the parametric equation simply y dot over x dot, and y dot is derivative of y with respect to t, and x dot derivative of x also with respect to t, because each of them in function in a parameter t. So y prime is derivative of cosine is negative sine, the same angle, t plus pi over 4 multiplied by t, derivative of t is 1, no problem. And x dot is a derivative negative sine t also. So negative over negative cancelled. So when I want to find the slope of the tangent, dy by dx at the given point at the parameter t is equal to pi over 4 equals sine pi over 4 plus pi over 4 pi over 2 over sine pi over 4. Okay, so the answer is 1, sine pi over 2 is 1, sine 90 is 1, and sine pi over 4 is 1 over radical 2. Okay, 1 over radical 2 is radical 2. 1 over radical 2 is radical 2. So this is a slope of tangent now, slope of tangent to the curve of tangent equal radical 2. So I want slope, and the point is radical 2 over 2 and 0. So by using the y minus y1 equals m into x minus x1, you simply write y minus 0 is the same, m, the slope is radical 2 into x minus the point radical 2 over 2. Thank you, that's it. And radical 2 over 2 is simplest form already. No need, you can multiply radical 2 inside or not, no problem. So y equals radical 2x minus radical 2 over radical 2 is 2 over 2, 1. This is the equation of the tangent to the curve at the point where parameter t is pi over 4. The second part of the question, write the Cartesian equation to the curve. To find the Cartesian equation of this curve, it's simply just need to delete this part. Okay, just delete this all. Answer is, where is the delete? This one. And delete this part, which is here. The second part is find the Cartesian, write the Cartesian equation of the curve. By deleting, you can delete or erase the parameter. and simply as you see here. To erase or delete the parameter from the two equation, I have x equals cosine t, just to draw a right triangle to find the t as x. So x equal cosine t. So consider this angle, its measure is t. You know the cosine is x, consider it as x over 1, so adjacent over hypotenuse. By using Pythagorean theorem, you can find this side by 1 squared minus x squared. Okay, so I can find now sine and cosine t, something like that if you have here. And there's the first part. Number 2, I have cosine sum of two angles, cosine t plus pi over 4, by applying cosine of two angles. Cosine a plus b is cosine a cosine b minus sine a sine b. So I have cosine t cosine pi over 4 minus sine t sine pi over 4. Okay, so cosine t is radical 2 over 2. The t is, I can use a parameter t here. Cosine t is, I use it as this parameter. Okay, root 2 over 2. Cosine pi over 4 is radical 2 over 2 cosine t minus also radical 2 over 2 sine t. Okay, this is really y value. And if I take root 2 over 2 common factor, I have cosine t minus sine t. Okay, this is y. So root 2 over 2, cosine t is already x. Okay, minus, how can I get sine t? Sine t from the equation, the opposite side over hypotenuse. Sine t is the square root of 1 minus x squared over 1, which is the same. So the Cartesian equation of this curve is y over radical 2 over 2x minus radical 2 over 2 into square root of 1 minus x squared. So we get only now y as a function in x only. Thank you so much. Goodbye.